any plans at the moment, but you never know in the future.
Maybe one day we'll get that sorted. But we are alive into the second map. I believe this is the 9th round to obviously find out which side will be on which. Winner of this, I'd assume, will go on CT side. It's a fairly even map though, Spud, this one. It's one of the more even maps, I'd say, in CS right now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. It's fairly close between the two teams, of course. Right now, Overgaming are so heavily favoured, you've got to say it feels like it shouldn't matter too much either way. Like, Epsilon Female have a huge mountain to climb no matter how well they do at this stage of the tournament, because they got crushed last time and they need to bring that back big time.
They do. They need to get some confidence underway. This 9th round would certainly start things off nicely for them. They do get it. And I would expect that they're going to elect to stay on CT side. Let's have a look-see. If they just join us, 16-4 was the first map. That was Dust 2. And the last map, if we need it, if Epsilon Female can win this one, will be Cash. And indeed, they will stay on CT.
Alrighty then. That did... Okay, right. Yeah, that was not what legitimate strategy there with the headshotting your own teammate. right at the start. Okay, guys, let's execute Plan A. Execute his ally. Very commissar-like there, but we should be getting a restart coming in mere momentary moments, I want to say.
Momentary moment, yes. That will
true.
be correct, indeed.
It's a reasonably reasonable reason.
It certainly is.
It makes sense. It's a phrase I've used to talk to people and said with a straight face.
And do they crack up or just walk away from you?
No, it's legit. It's reasonable. It's a reasonably reasonable thing, and the thing happens to be a reason. It's fine.
It is.
Makes perfect sense. Anyway, decoys going in. Kyrie through apartments. Is he going to get anything done here? He is standing on fire. Headshots as soon as he gets onto the site. For the moment, it looks like there is going to be a blindside from Vertigo. Nearly gets two for trouble. Musambani has dropped. Flippin is now one of the few remaining members in a one-on-one duel with Gina. Does take her out. Very close stuff. And Lowell is also going to help them there. So again, clutch aiming. Overgaming were up against it on the site, it seemed like, but come back strong.
Yep, take the pistol round, and that's going to set things up nicely for them. Get the scout Mac 10. Oh, I do love me some Mac 10. Good old Major Ingram, as we used to call it in CSS, and there is the P90 as well. So, there's a strange mix mash of buys, but certainly could make it work for them. Muzambani going up. This is an interesting tactic from Vertigo. He's like, yeah, come at me, bros. I'll just stand in the middle and spray you down, and actually nearly killed Muzambani and Flippin. That would have been, and Alex, I should say. That would have been fairly embarrassing for them. There goes the Mac 10 to work, though, on Stanek. 2 players remaining, one of which is Ginger. Just gets headshotted down, courtesy of Lowell. Nice shot there from Alex at the end, and a quick 2-0, as you'd expect.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff there. Not seeing the Mac 10 particularly often. P90 as well. We're going for a very SMG-focused plan here. Also, that scout, which appears to have just... Okay, no, it is being picked up in the end. I thought they just bought a scout and then threw it away. But nope, that is not the case, and it is going to be a full stack from both sides on the A site. Charging in now, Overgaming in with the SMGs, which is pretty much a perfect scenario for them, and they are going to win this out most likely. And that is a person, Cairo, staring in the face, holding a bomb in his hands, but didn't actually get punished for it.
Alrighty, well, buy-up is coming in. Vertigo is going to take the AWP. That's the players, as you expect, to be on M4s. I'm assuming Gina's going to go for an M4. There we go. Did have enough for it. And grenades as well. So, how are Epsilon Female plus Vertigo going to fare on this buy-up round? If ever there's a moment for them to step up big and start to make a comeback, it is now. If they were to lose this, they would be in a really dire situation. And that is a nice shot from Julie's on towards Flippin, who just peeked out of Palace. Well, his head took clean off his shoulders. I think it started off with the headshot and then finished things off afterwards. Lowell's now going to be peeking through from Palace. Can he get anything? And there's Vertigo with your very nicely done from Epsilon Female and Vertigo. Gina comes in, does get the first one, looking for the second as well. Sprays it. Nice play from Gina. And this should be a 3-1 scoreline. Very confident round. Didn't lose a single weapon in the process.
And that is a big relief for Epsilon Female. They break the run of Overgaming there. They build themselves up at least a little bit of a buffer. They get all the weapons and items they could have possibly wanted for themselves. Grenades, flush with grenades, in fact. So, we'll see if they can get anything done now. I suspect Overgaming are going to adapt their strategy. Julius cuts down Kyrie as he tries to come through the door. Looks like, for now, we might be actually about to see a little bit of a duel here with Flippin, who also gets taken out.
Yeah, very aggressive, confident play from Gina in particular for Epsilon Female, and they've done a good job of bringing this one back. Now, all we have to do is sit in deep. I'm not too sure about the push through mid there. You're on CT side, you've got the player's advantage, you've got 3-player advantage. Surely you just sit in, wait for them to come to you. Giving that life away needlessly could come back to haunt them. Alex and Lowell both spraying through mid, both can be pushing through mid now. And they put 3 players on A, just Jinjin on B. Although Stani is in a position where she could easily rotate to either bomb site in jungle. And there's a nice frag from Vertigo. Very well played. Did he spot Alex as well? Has spotted him now. Was going to be called out to the rest of his team. And now they should really just dogpile on towards Alex, or at least just camp in. 35 seconds to go. Alex could push B. Look at this positioning. If he gets past Jinjin, the bomb could be... No. Okay, I was going to say the bomb could be planted and then Jinjin just shoots him down. There you go. 3-2.
Yeah, so, you know, we've seen worse round scores. And in fact, that should be forcing Overgaming onto their first eco, possibly of the entire match so far. Still got an AK, still got CZ, still got P250s, and we'll see if they can make anything work. But you've got to worry, for the sake of hubris, like, Overgaming, they definitely have been playing very confidently. They've been rushing in a lot. Maybe they're going to slow it down now, play it a little bit more cautious, and that might actually work in their favor.
Potentially, yeah. Let's see here. Stani's in a really good position. She could go huge here, gets one. Oh, has to change weapon at the last second. That ended up causing her a death, and maybe the damage has already been inflicted heavily enough to win this round for Epsilon Female. Will be 3 on the bounce. Julius gets 1. Will be peeking round. Sees a player up on top of the wood, and will get him finally. No, Chiari gets the upper hand. Finally gets finished off, but that was an eco, and they won 3. So not too shabby.
Yep, 3 for 3. And the messy forced buying strategy from Overgaming is kind of meaning they're never ever quite at full strength. You can see again here, we've got 2 Galils, an AK, P250CZ with a smattering of grenades. They've never got the full buy, and that does give them a disadvantage whenever it comes to an all-out brawl. Right now, though, they should know. Epsilon have heard the majority of Overgaming passing by apartments. Jinjin is waiting for them as they run through. Flippin' on site gets cut down. And it is going to be Alex next on the firing line. Does survive the first, but doesn't survive the second.
This is good from Epsilon Female. This is really good. After going 3-0 down, I think a lot of people were starting to fear the worst again, but they have brought it back. And more importantly, the confidence you have to feel is going through. Gina's pulled off some really nice plays. Julie's has consistently been very good. Was good on Dust 2 as well, although they did lose that one so heavily. So let's see if they can bring it back here. 4 players from Overgaming. Well, actually all 5, although Chiari's more towards T-Spawn. The rest of them are going to be pushing very aggressively. Moves with Barney, looking to step it up a gear. Gets 1, gets dropped though. Vertical from the same position from Connector. Will get 1, gets 2 with a no-scope. Very nicely done. Jumps over, gets his 3rd. And Stani will pick up the pieces. Great anti-eco round, just losing the 1 player. Their economy is booming, and they're 5-3 to the good.
Yeah, and it looks like Overgaming now are going to be going for a full buy. No messing around here. They're getting their full set of weapons, full stack of grenades, no AWP, but they are set up, armed to the teeth, and ready to go. Are they going to be playing this less all in than they have? Because what we've seen from the previous rounds, it seems to me, is they've all been just like 5-man rush, 5-man rush, 5-man rush, and part of that is because they've been ecoing on a lot of those rounds. But at the same time, even when they get their AKs, they still do that a lot. Whereas now they're playing a bit more of a control game. They're going for the middle, and it's actually getting cut down for the privilege. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Gina took down 3 players. Completely brought that round back in their favour from ladder. That's going to be the 6-3. And Overgaming, they seem to have been blindsided. They're not quite sure what to do here. They've tried A pushes, not working. Tried mid pushes, not working. Tried B pushes, not working. Where do they go from here?
You always just slow it down, I think. This is usually the way. If you've been rushing a lot, just play it slow, calm, collected. Abuse the good aimers on your team. Try and get an AWP to maybe even just go for the one-on-one between your AWPs and try and get that snipe off. You can spread things out. Play it slow. Control. Map pressure. At the moment, though, that's a first kill for them, which is something we haven't been seeing in the last few rounds. And indeed, a second falls from Epsilon, a third as well. It's suddenly not looking quite so good for this round. On female, really a bit up against it. Julie's on to A. Gets dropped. And Jinjin is up against it.
May go for the save. Does have 11,000 to play with. Let's get fragged there from Alex. Or Flippin was trying to help out as well. And that will be 6-4. A needed round for Overgaming because their economy was constantly going backwards and forwards with forced buys and just weren't really paying off. But again, it's that loser round bonus thing. If they win and then they end up losing another 3 or 4, it's still going to be bad news for them. 6-4 though, as T-side, is still a good scoreline. It's important to keep things into perspective. Yes, Epsilon female came back from a bit of a deficit at 3-0, but it still is a decent half for Overgaming if they can keep the pace.
It's definitely the case, and they've actually started this one off very well, though. Epsilon getting 2 kills for none. And Flippin and the rest of Overgaming are trapped in Palace, but actually, Gina coming behind them. We need to be very, very careful about this. They're pushing onto the site now, though, so let's ignore that for the time being. Musambani is likely to get blindsided, actually. Gina didn't want to go that way, but Epsilon female once again threshing the wheat as it comes into their grasp.
There will be force buying up here Overgaming, but if they lose this, they'll be right back into that economic downturn. The depression. So they're going to have
The
CZ.
Great Depression.
Yeah, it will effectively be the second Great Depression. I was going to say for Spain, but that was strange. So let's leave it.
Wrong.
Let's just leave it at the Great Depression. Lowell goes and takes the head off Julie. And Vertigo with a nice frag. He's been playing very well, I've got to say. Vertigo 9-6. Making use of that AWP. Gets another couple of kills. There we go. With the aforementioned AWP does land it into Lowell's chest, and that's enough to take him down. Chiari, Flippin remain both on full hit points. Both with it all to do. Vertigo. Oh, that was an interesting play. Ran up mid with a knife out. That's pretty much the end of his life, and that's down to a 2-on-2 with 1 minute to go. Plenty of time for Overgaming to maneuver themselves into a strong position.
Yep, but not if they get headshotted from across the map like that. Good M4 play. And now Flippin, who I would say is a fairly clutch player, knows what he's got to do. They both see each other. Jinjin knows she just got to play for time now because their rotate is on. Flippin, is this a bait or is this the full plant? It is, but the headshot has landed. So little health to play with. It's going to be a 2-on-1 any second. He knows he's got to make the play, and he gets cut down as he goes around the corner looking for that first kill. And even if he'd gotten that, it would have been really tricky to get the second. And I've just got some weird, like, double audio there on the bomb defuse.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It's a bit of a bug in the game, but Overgaming will be on eco. I'm assuming they could potentially force up if they wanted to. And actually, they are going to force up. So, it's going to be AK, 4 CZs with armor picked up. Chiari not opting for the armor. Reason for that is if they win this, he wants to get an AWP. That's pretty much where he is currently sat. And you can see Julie currently sat at the back of A site, sees a couple players, gets one, very nicely done. And remember, Overgaming committed to this, and they're pushing in force on A. They've only got one player make that 2 now as Alex chimes in. Very nearly gets a third, although they had to reload, and Vertigo fired off with the AWP. Alex and Musambani, they got the bomb in their grasp. Musambani going for that bomb, plants, and somehow gets it. I'm surprised by that. Stanley misses an AWP shot, that could prove critical. And Gina now going to be throwing over the smoke and pushing through with Vertigo and Stanley from CT's side. So all 3 players are lumped in the same position. This could actually turn sour. They get the kill though. And now Alex with 54 HP has got his work cut out from. Gina gets the frag and the defuse. Good round though from Overgaming. That was Well, actually, I'm going to correct that. It was an okay round for them. They weren't fully ecoing, although Chiari was. And they got the bomb down with 2 players. Overall, not too terrible.
It was a round where the investment they made paid for itself. So I'd say it was definitely worthy of their time, worthy of their round sacrifice. But speaking of sacrificing rounds, they can't afford that anymore. Epsilon female with 9 rounds is a big, big buffer to be playing with. And that is going to cause some problems if they don't start picking it up. And this is not the way to start it off. They've lost Kyrie already. Musambani is low. And are they going to be able to push up? Please connect to here. There is actually a man flipping elsewhere on B site that's going to force the rotate now. With Gina having gone the lone wolf strategy, going all the way around, that could cost him. Flipping does find an additional kill now. So it's actually looking like it will be Overgaming's round. Started a bit dodgily, though.
It did. Very shaky start, but managed to stabilise. Gina, all that remains, well, she has been playing phenomenally well. 14 and 8, top fragging on either side. Standout player so far for me on this map. Gets another one. 3 more to find now. This is a tall order. This is a very tall order to ask for. Gets Lowell. 2 more. And there is flipping with the AWP. Still nice work done there. And Gina has $10,000 to spend. 13.5 for Stanley. They can bite back up. Did a bit of damage there, taking a couple weapons away. If they can go 10-5 at half-time, I think Epsilon Team will be very happy with that scoreline. They were 3-0 down, remember, at the start.
Yeah, it's a very respectable scoreline no matter what the flow of the rounds was. So if they can, that will be good. And even if they can't, that's not bad either. So Overgaming's play now. They're going for the A site push. They've lost a man, but so are their opponents. They want control. AWP shots ringing left and right, but nobody's actually dropping so far. There is 1 kill, however. Ginger and Julie, the last people standing for their team. Can they get any kills? Alex is pushing around the corner from stairs. He does go down. The bomb is being planted. They can't quite see Kyrie. Julie's will want that kill, but now it's going to be 2-on-2. Can they push past the boxes? Can they push past the smoke? There is an AWP. Kyrie did not see it coming, and they will get that first kill. The second drops as well. Jinjin, picks that up and gets the defuse. 10-5 to Epsilon female.
Brilliant plays, and they do take the 10-5 scoreline. So Gina and Jinjin at the end really stepping it up. Very well played to them. And now the pressure is on Overgaming. They do move to arguably the easier side. And this is still going to be difficult for Epsilon female. But consider this performance compared to Dust 2, Spud. 2 entirely different teams almost. This team is confident. They're getting beautiful headshots. They're dictating the pace of the rounds. On Dust 2, they just got slaughtered. So I'm very happy they bounced back in this way.
It is genuinely interesting. It seems like almost every aspect of their game has straight up improved. Although this right here, this might work against them. They have been spotted out. They are rushing through, but no grenades punish them. So they're actually A-okay. 1 headshot, though, on from Alex, who does get taken out in the end, but did put a bit of damage down. A bit of presence exerted there by him. They are still fighting in a variety of little places here for the site, and it's Overgaming that are coming out definitely on top so far. Lowell gets another kill there. Gina's the last woman standing. Can she get anything done? Yes, she can. 1 headshot, but that's all she wrote.
Indeedy, that's going to be very nice for Overgaming because it takes some of the pressure off them. 3 for masses, 1 M4. Last time around, if you remember, they went for Mac 10s and SMGs, weird weapons. This time it's business as usual, not taking any chances. Chiari again will not be opting to go for a weapon, wants to save up for the potential AWP bite, which can be so influential on Mirage, especially towards mid or A if you get a quick peek. So he is going to be looking to save up. Here comes the push though from Epsilon female. Alex, I've got to question that play, buddy. I've got to question that. That was really, really sloppy. And he gets punished. Caught with his pants down in B-apps for absolutely no reason at all. Got the information but lost his life. Chiari goes in, does get the frag back. And now Chiari is on a bit of a tear himself. Going to be coming in, gets another headshot. Another 2 kills from flipping. All that remains is the bomb to defuse. And it's going to get defused very comfortably. 10-7. Alex, dodgy. Very dodgy play.
Yeah, he should have definitely just been waiting for them to come. If they came that way again, should have been able to just punish them for doing that. It's a very simple thing, but he was thinking, I don't think they will rush this. I'm going to bank on that and got really, really badly punished for the privilege. So they get the 2 kills. They get the bomb plant for a relatively low investment themselves. And that is why we are now seeing this full buy coming out from Epsilon. Can they get anything done with it?
That is the $1 million question. We're going to find out the answer very shortly. Chiari and Lowell. This is the problem, as I was saying. You're saving up for that AWP, and as soon as he gets it, he is going to make it work for him. And that pretty much shuts down an entire section of the map. He is so good with this AWP. You can see that Epsilon Female are respecting his AWP prowess, and they will just back on away with the bomb. Julie's taking it towards Vertigo. Looks like they could go for an A push. Flipping's all that's on there, but Lolamus and Barney both in connector. Chiari in mid. They can easily rotate to A in just a few seconds. So I don't fancy Epsilon Female's chances here, but they just bought up, and it looks like they're going to be back to eco again.
Yeah, dodgy stuff here for them. Requires some very clutch play for them to do anything here. They know where the bomb is as well now. Julie's, you may not have seen him. Flipping did chuck a flashbang around the corner, but they certainly know the push is on here, if anywhere. And that means now you've got to run into the guns. That's not something you particularly want to do. Flipping. Actually, it's Musambani who picked up the kill, but certainly, actually, good return fire there from Stani, but still, definitely Overgaming's round.
Yep, Overgaming's round. That's going to be another eco for Epsilon Female. Unless they want to try and force this one up. I don't see why you would force it up when you know that there's an open 4 M4s on the battlefield. Much better to say, buy proper weapons and then go at it evenly. But Overgaming, their CT side, let's just put it one way, looks a hell of a lot stronger than their T side does. And Epsilon Female, they may be forced into a position they don't want to be in. Gina with a sublime headshot, very nicely done. Extinguishes Lowell from this round. Chiari gets a nice AWP shot though on Vertigo. And without any smokes, without any cover at all, this is easy pickings from Chiari. He can just sit there all day long. Finally the smokes come down, but this is a good 5-10 seconds late as far as I'm concerned. And look at this, Mr. Barney can just jump on top of the crates and still shoot heads off shoulders. Easy peasy. And that's going to be the defuse for Overgaming, 10-9. That was an odd place, but normally you want to wait for the smokes and then push out. So Chiari has no part to play in that round, but it seemed they were on different pages.
Yeah, may have been a little bit of a miscommunication there, and even considering that, it wasn't a bad eco round there. It was a bomb plant and 2 kills. So yeah, you're right. That might even have been an eco victory there had it been executed as flawlessly as maybe it could have been. As it stands, though, they are going to be going straight for A. There doesn't appear to be much hesitation going on here. Oh, I say that, but then they pause, slow down, take a breather. Now, here come the smokes. Are they going to be going in at the right time? This one is looking like it's definitely going to be the A shove in, however. Vertigo gets cut down as soon as he's on the ladder, though. Flipping, taken down, but now it's a 4-on-3. They haven't got the bomb plant. They haven't got much site control. Jin gets one, but gets dropped. And it's Stani and Gina looking to make something happen, but unable to quite do so. That was a buy round, and it's still not going their way. Overgaming now, 10-10.
Round loss bonus coming into effect, though, so they're going to be able to buy up faster than before. And that will be an instant rebuy in actual fact. They've got more than enough money to do so. So again, they're gonna go back to the drawing board and try and figure something out, because these last 5 rounds have not really been paying off for them. They've tried their best, they've made some of the rounds close, but this is really where things begin a bit more difficult on T side. If you've got any tactics that are dodgy, you really notice it in T's more than CT. CT's is easier to sit in and wing it. T's, on the other hand, especially on Mirage, you have to be a united force. Here comes the smokes, here comes the flashbangs. Gina catches Lowell as he tries to cross, poor timing, and he will be punished for that. Bomb will be going down. Nice smoke this time around. Will be smoke screening off Musambani. And also Chiari with that scope. And that could make all the difference. This is what they should have done a couple rounds ago. Chiari with a nice headshot on Julie's as she falls down. But still, it's a 4 versus 2 with the bomb down. This should be Epsilon Female's round.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I feel like it will be here. Just because Overgaming can try and push in doesn't necessarily mean they'll succeed. They do pick up their first kill, but this bomb does not have a lot of time. He's going for the defuse. But it was a desperation ploy that worked against him in the end.
Yeah, hoping that the flash and the smoke would mask the noise of the defuse, and they could ninja that one out. Because they're kind of going for broke, as it were. But it didn't quite pay off. Epsilon Female were too smart, and they did get that round. So back to leading in this match, 11-10. Smoke's down on mid. Julie's going to be pushing through. It is a forced buy up from Overgaming. So Epsilon Female needs to be careful. They don't rush in like headless chickens, because they will get taken down. Vertigo, nice shot there from short on towards A. Chiari gets caught down. And again, another good round from Epsilon Female, but they have to convert it. Alex is on B, Flippin's on A. So if Alex plays his cards right, he could clutch this for his team.
They've got plenty of time to work with here, though, for Epsilon. I don't see the need for them to actually go straight up the connector here. Honestly, I think they just take 30 seconds, take 40 seconds, so that you could literally be anywhere. And Overgaming would have to cover too many angles, but as it is, they're going to go for the straight push in. Flippin, is he going to win the aim duel? No, he's not. Gina does get that. Now it's Alex versus Gina, but the bomb is down on the ground. And Alex picks up the headshot.
Yeah, down on the ground, and Gina only has 34 HP left. I fully agree with you there, Spuds. They should have took their time. Going that fast, the instant call came in to Alex. They're coming on A, rotate right now. So instead of it being two separate one-on-ones, it became a 2-on-3 or 2-on-4, which Overgaming could win. And that was poor play from Epsilon Female. They should have took their time. Should have baited with the idea that we could go to either site and then suddenly appear at a bomb site and bam, you get the kill and the bomb plant, and then everything's looking good for them. Unfortunately, they got punished.
He'd be getting like almost a little bit antsy sometimes, and Alex suspects, I feel, right now, since he's firing into that smoke. He'd also grenade. Grenade landed, so he may have heard that headshot sound. Actually, hello, Kyrie is sneaking behind right now. Darnie's keeping an eye out, though. The rush is in. He just doesn't come around the corner. He's going to come around the corner. There's so many people for him to shoot right in the back, and he will pick up only the one kill straight off the bat, but quite a lot of damage dealt now. Is he going to get blindsided by Starny? No, he is not. Starny will drop, and Julie's is also going to go down. They did get the bomb plant. Well, that's about all.
Yeah, bomb plant's going to give them a little bit of a boost, economically speaking, but only the one kill onto Alex is not enough. Overgaming are in a really good position here, Spuds. I don't expect them to slip from here. I think they're a strong enough team, on CT especially, and Chiari's really woken up here with the AWP as well, although he doesn't have it this round, but I think Overgaming can hold on to this. It's a lot of pressure on Epsilon Female, and they need someone else to start standing up to the plate, because so far it's just Gina, 25 and 17. 8 frags between her and Vertigo. Someone else needs to start performing and sharing that burden of the weight.
Yeah, very much holding their team above the surface. And it looks at the moment like they're going to be going into A, but this is quite dangerous. They are well prepared for this. Gina is going to be firing blind into the site here, but not going to get much done. They do get 2 kills, I guess. Musabani is also getting very, very low. Alex, the only healthy member, Starny, trying to return fire. 2-on-2. They've still got smoke, though, and that is crucial, cutting off a lot of Overgaming's angles. Alex, however, does take the route round. Gets the bomb carrier down. So now it's the one-on-one. M4 versus AK. Man versus woman. And Julie's is the triumphant.
Huge round. Absolutely huge round. Because that puts Overgaming in a force buy situation. And they're not going to be able to get full assault rifles. They're not going to be able to get full weaponry here for their team. So it's a P250 on Flippin, a FAMAS on Lowell, and Epsilon Female bank themselves some cash. Big, big round there from Julie, holding her nerve. And just as I was saying, someone else needs to step up. She does so in kind. So let's see. Overgaming, how do you react to this? Well, the answer is 2 players right up mid. Vertigo gets tagged down to 21 HP. That would have been a nice pick-off. Just trying to catch Epsilon Female off guard. And they did do just that. Could have gone better for them, though. And Epsilon Female, 3 players stacked on B, 2 on A. Bomb is on B side in B apps, but they're starting to pull themselves back.
Yeah, so for all that we ragged on Alex in the past for not liking his pushes through apartments, this time he's waiting in exactly the right place. Headshot lands. And now, you know he's in there. One-on-one. Flashbang in. Can he get anything done? He sprays. He gets it. And it's a 2-for-1 trade overall, and they also know exactly where the terrorist sides are. Gina is going to return fire, but they've also been flanked from behind. And Overgaming will pick up that round.
Yeah, it's a ballsy push to do from Alex's perspective, because I actually play that similar position myself, and sometimes if you push into the apps, you just get insta-killed. But if you can get through, and you do catch the enemy off guard, you can bag yourself 3 or 4 kills easily. So it's high risk, high reward positioning. That time around he got away with it. First round in pistol though, he didn't. And Overgaming take the 13-12 lead. Now it's Epsilon Female's turn to be on the eco. Backwards and forwards. The seesaw of Counter-Strike continues. Lowell gets himself 2. Mrs. Barney gets 1. Lowell gets himself the 3rd with a pistol. And now it's all on Vertigo. Replacement for Layla cannot do much, and Curry picks that one 14-12.
Yeah, a little bit difficult for them here, but they don't have many rounds to play with, but they've got the money for this one. At least they can get a decent setup this time and try to make something happen with that. They've got AKs and Galils going up against... Can't see Musambani's weapon, so I'm assuming it's not going to be an M4, but it might be, it's not, it's an M4. Right, doesn't really matter either way. Connector going to be the place where they are not actually being shot from. Musambani is in there and hiding around the corner, but still, for now, it's actually going, okay, it's not really going Epsilon's way. Alex is going to be in apartments, trading bullets with Vertigo. Can either of them pick up the other? Yes, they can. The grenade is good. Gina, the last man, last woman standing. I swear I haven't been making that mistake that much, but Gina, last person standing, is going to be looking to clutch this out. She is doing the best, as a rule, on their team, so if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be her. Flippin' is there, though. Can she get that? Jumping up, spraying shots. Takes a bit of grenade damage for his troubles. She knows there's that potential to be being blindsided. What the? That was a headshot and a half there from Gina from a mile away over the bench. She smokes off the approach. She gets the bomb plant and now turns the tables. Flippin has to attack.
He has to. It's all down to this. Flippin's got more HP. Gina has a positioning and gets the kill. Huge, massive round from Gina. That first headshot onto barrier was absolutely disgusting. And she's 31-20, by far and away top fragging on either side. Take a bow. She's playing phenomenally well. But is it enough, Spud? Still, Epsilon Female are behind, and that's just knife at spawn from Alex. He just knife Lowell down to 70 HP. Deary, deary me.
What on... This is why you don't swing your knife like that, god damn it, people. But anyway... It's an interesting situation actually as well, because that disadvantage that we mentioned just there is actually somewhat mirrored by the fact that Vertigo didn't have enough for an AK here. He's got Deagle guns. Sometimes they're hard to get a hold of. It's true in real life. It's true in CSGO. Thus far, however, Gina being down spells trouble for the rest of the side of Epsilon. Jinjin in connector, cut down from behind. Dani unlikely to get anything done, and Lowell is getting kills all over the place. And then we slip forward through time itself, and it's actually down to a 2-on-1.
Ah, unfortunate. Gets flanked from the side as Stanny, and that's going to be 15-13. By the way, guys, extra emphasis on this match. The winner of this will be kicked out of the tournament. The loser of this, sorry, will be kicked out of the tournament. That would be a weird way to conduct business. He won, so get out of our tournament. Yeah, GG, Vince. Well played. Loser of this gets knocked out. The winner of this plays against London Conspiracy tomorrow. So there's even more importance on this. And Overgaming, they're just, well, they're a round away from taking it 2-0.
Indeed, and now it seems like they're going to be pushing up a stairs onto a site. Can they get the kills they need? They've cut them down actually pretty quickly here. Smoked off kitchen, so Epsilon, good odds for this round so far. Alex is also going to be the one of 2 members remaining for Overgaming. Health is getting a little bit low at this point, though, so maybe there's still that potential.
There's still that potential for them to bring it back into overtime.
Curry!
It's a 2 versus 2 now as Curry has got the kill. There's Alex. Oh no, it's all on Jinjin. We saw a clutch earlier. Got one, for one dig is real. Can she get the second? No, Alex gets the kill. Does he have enough time? He does. And the dream is dead. Overgaming take it 2-0. Though Epsilon female, you've got to give them mad props. That second map was such a great one to cast. And Gina in particular, 33 frags. Unreal plays.
Just so much effort, so much